So something I really wanted to reiterate, something I don't show enough videos on, is things I do for recovery. Self-massage is something I spend more time on than anything. For as much time as I spend on the court, I spend an hour a day maybe doing self-massage exercises. That's a lot, but I really believe it's that important. And I've talked about the science a lot, but basically fluids accumulate in your body, and the heart doesn't pump them. You have to move. You have to move. You have to move. So just walking and soft ground stuff like that's good. But to really target areas and get the fluid out of there, you need to break it down with massage. So I'm pretty sore as hell today. If you didn't see my dunking video from yesterday, game dunk practice, I did, I don't know, 30, 40 jumps, and I'm crazy sore. So I'm in the soccer field with my buddy Victor. Yo, Vic.
What's up?
Vic played AAU, and then he ended up playing soccer in college, actually. But we're out here, he's working on his game, and I'm working on mine. I woke up today, and I went, after eating, I went to the West Seattle YMCA, where I spent 30 minutes massaging with hot jets. And then I came here and I've been working with my stick for about 30 minutes, just using this to basically get every part of my body. You know, my quads are really sore. So I'm moving the fluid, bam, moving the fluid, right? I'm moving the fluid, pumping the fluid, because my heart's not gonna do it for me. The whole point of this is, though, like, you can spend as much time on the basketball court, but it's completely irrelevant if you're not an athlete, right? If I have a great shot and great handles, but I'm slow and unathletic, it doesn't matter, it's useless. So my whole thing is trying to improve at basketball faster by spending less time on the court, spending more time improving my athleticism. If I'm the fastest player, the strongest player on the court, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'll be able to show off my skill set, but if I'm not, I just can't. So every single day I'm working on self-massage, moving weights, and then basketball is really the third thing. Whereas to get to the highest level, we're athletes first, basketball players second, and we have to spend our time on recovery, not necessarily rest. Any thoughts, Vic?
No, I mean, you said a lot of stuff that most people just don't know. But you got to take your time and recover. Otherwise you're not going to be good the next time you go. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're not maximizing your workouts, you might as well just be wasting your time. If you're lifting heavy, give yourself a day at least in between doing that muscle group again. And I mean, like Travis said, there's a bunch of stuff that isn't going to happen on its own. You got to stretch, you got to massage. Some people are lucky enough to have those electrolysis type things to help flex their muscles and work them out. I had to do a lot of that for knee rehab in college.
Yeah, I mean, well, you had physical therapists. Yeah,
right,
you're on a college sports team, so you have an idea of what kind of resources they have.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you had physical therapists. Were they have your hands on your body massaging? Did you get that kind of treatment?
Yeah, definitely getting massaged. But of course, we had a couple, so you don't get that sort of time with all of them.
Yeah.
It wasn't like D1 or anything, but I mean, that was one of the craziest things that I learned is that physical therapy, trying to recover from an injury, is much harder than being out there and even doing like a vicious college practice.
It's painful. For massage, I find the spot that is the most painful, and then I go to town. Right? Yeah. So it's very painful. It's not necessarily relaxing. It feels great afterwards, but I mean, that's really what it's all about.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're doing it right, it should be at least as difficult. If you're injured and trying to recover, and you're trying to recover correctly, it's going to be at least as difficult to recover as it is to do the workouts. I would much rather have been running lines in practice all day, running sprints and whatnot, than doing the stuff that this lady had me doing, because it was rough. I'd be on the sideline in practice doing all these rehab things, and I was just dreaming of the day when I'd be able to get back out there and only have to run like 5 or 6 miles in practice instead of having to do that stuff.
Yeah, and something else to think about is, like, even when we're on the court, oftentimes we're injured,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
To varying degrees. So like this rehab stuff that we're doing when we're injured, when we get back on the court or the field or whatever, we're still doing it because we're still injured, just to a lesser degree, you know?
Absolutely.
Injury is not a binary thing. It's on a scale from 1 to 100 maybe. And like I might be at a 10 from 100 right now, which is pretty good. But I'm
That's
still,
very good.
I don't know, I just made that up. But I'm
Right.
still injured, so I still need to be spending all every time I'm on the court, I'm injuring myself
Right.
a little bit. So I need
Yeah.
to be looking to recover before the next time I get out there.
Exactly.
So these injuries don't accumulate, yeah?
And yeah, I mean, you got to listen to what your body's telling you. You know, if you can't do something on the court because it hurts, just, you know, I might be able, I can play basketball, but given my knee condition, I'm not going to be doing too many dunks. And I could go and dunk, but it would just hurt a lot. So I'm not going to do it. You know, I can shoot, I can run around and dribble and play some, but you got to pay attention to what you can and can't do.
Yeah, and that's the key to longevity, kind of sculpting your game also around your physical tools, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, I used to be a really heavy jump shooting player, but for whatever reason, jump shots really aggravate my Achilles. You know, dunking is fine, layups are fine, driving is fine, dribbling and passing is fine. So, I mean, I still want to have that shot, but I'm not a go-to shooter anymore, you know?
Right.
I'm going to be looking to get floaters, and I'm going to be looking to hit my teammates off the dribble and stuff like that, or get to the rim. So, and that's fine, that's fine. We can definitely, you know, it's fine to specialize based on like...
What, exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what you have to do, really, because you don't want to, I mean, just because Kobe Bryant will play basketball with a broken finger, but he's not going to be diving in for steals that could re-injure the hand. He's going to be doing what he can to be out there and make sure he doesn't aggravate whatever injury he's got. So you can play injured, and I don't think anybody who's a serious athlete is playing it not injured. I mean, I don't know anyone who plays sports all the time and is just 100%, nothing's hurting, they don't have any problems. It's just going to happen. You're going to get injured, and you're going to have to play injured, and you just got to work around it and make sure that you're doing everything you can to keep the injury risk minimal.
Yeah, it's not an excuse to say I didn't make it because I got injured.
Yeah.
How many times have you heard that? Because we're all getting a little...
We're getting older, we're getting more beat up.
Yeah, and we're just trying to minimize that and recover stronger.
Yeah. I mean, Calvin Johnson was taking, wide receiver for the Lions, Megatron. He was taking Vicodin before in games and at halftime and whatnot just to stay in the game because of his back pain. And that's probably not a good idea. But, I mean,
Well,
you're getting
short-term
paid,
gratification,
right,
know.
you're getting paid millions of dollars.
It's your job as
so-
an athlete.
Exactly. And if you really want to be an athlete, then it is a job,
Yeah, I treat it as a job whether you're getting paid or not.
Yeah.
It's something to think about also is like there's, the glitter and the glam or whatever for some, but for all of us, and even the ones at the top, there's a lot of pain and a lot of time spent recovering
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
focusing on that physical pain.
Yeah.
Like it's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah, or fun. I mean, I'd say that those NBA players, they're in the, before game they're getting taped up and iced down and worn, all sorts of stuff is they're doing, and then after the game at least as long, so they're taking at least an hour, 2 hours after the game to make sure that.
And it never stops really. No, it never stops.
I mean, when I stopped playing for Rotary in 8th grade, I pretty much gave up my dream of being in the NBA. But before that, that's what I wanted to do, and the AAU lifestyle reflects that sort of commitment that it is a job. If I'm not at practice, I'm in the gym shooting. My mom would take me to the gym, shag balls for me, work on my left-hand layups. It's constant improvement regardless of your injuries. If you can't jump, work on your jump shot, your layups.
Yeah. I mean,
passing.
I wasn't making videos in the start of the year when I was in a boot for my left ankle for 3-4 months. No, 2 months, 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, you were in that
But
for a while.
yeah, but that was that was a huge period of improvement for me because I had the opportunity to retool all kinds of skills and think about things, start to rebuild my jump shot, improve it, and to spend a lot of time thinking about how the body works, had an opportunity to get a lot stronger, because all that time that I would be spending on the court, I'm still spending to get better at basketball, but I'm spending it on doing other things.
There's a lot of stuff you can do to get better at basketball.
Yeah, so that's something to think about. Is I know a lot of players who watch this. Some of them are outside the system. You guys write to me and say, you know, I don't have access to a gym all that much. I don't have, like, what can I do, right? So, like, you don't need to be physically on the court.
No, yeah, absolutely not.
You just need to be working towards, I mean, you can just be, you know, have a basketball in your hand at the grocery store.
Yeah.
And be working on palming and footwork and various stuff.
Anything that builds physical fitness or strength or endurance is going to ultimately help you on the basketball court. When everyone else is tired and you're the one still one step faster.
It doesn't matter if they have better handles or whatever, you know,
right?
Because they don't.
If they don't have the energy to do it,
yeah.
Then, you know, and I mean that's another thing that people don't realize. It's like, how do people run marathons or you know, play 6 games of basketball in a row like you do? Sure, I mean you do that a lot.
Not so much anymore.
Right,
yeah.
But, I mean, you know, we used to go to the IMA and spend 4 hours just playing.
Sure.
And it's not that these people who are seemingly super, you know, have super endurance are not getting tired. They just, you know, they know they're going to get tired and they don't give a crap. They just keep going. So you learn to deal with the pain and deal with getting tired and pushing through it, because your mind is going to give up far before your body does.
That's
so
true.
Pretty much whenever you get tired, your body is doing completely fine. Like most of the time when people are tired, you know, I'm winded or what have you, they could run more. You put a different brain in them with more willpower and they could run more.
That's true, but I mean there is, like, you know, lactic acid buildup and.
Right. I mean, of course there's a limit to what you can do.
Yeah.
Given how much shape you're in, but I mean, the key is to just learn to get accustomed to being uncomfortable, because that's what being an athlete is.
Sure. I mean, this is gonna wrap this video up, but right now I'm gonna go back to my self-massage and I'm gonna move on to lying on this medicine ball. It's gonna be very painful. But I enjoy it, and it's gonna allow me to recover, so I can go to the gym after this in 2 hours and do the things that I want to do. You know, 3 hour warm up, 3 hour warm up to go to the gym today.
That's right.
And then hour warm down, do my work, go to sleep, do it again tomorrow.
I'm excited.
Yeah, that's energy efficient basketball.
And I think I don't know. I think one thing that me and Travis probably have in common here is that we are literally addicted to working out. So I know that if I take a day off, if I don't come, I'm just playing casual soccer out here by myself pretty much, and you're chipping in a little bit, but if I don't come and play soccer, I don't go to the gym, or I don't do this, I feel weird. And I mean, that's where you want to be, where it's just such a reflex, such a habit to go work out and exercise and push yourself, that when you don't do it, it's bizarre.
Yes.
It's not like I get to go work out today. It's like
it's my job. I'm not getting paid, but it's my job.
Yeah, I can't avoid it.
Anyways, that's energy efficient basketball. Catch y'all later.